Hello trumpet players, welcome to music class for the next little bit. When we do playing videos, this is the format it'll be in. It's really cool. It actually allows me to work one-on-one instrument group with every instrument. So I get to not only talk you through the new repertoire we're doing, because everyone is playing different parts now, even there's different trumpet parts. I'll get to talk you through how to warm up more. We've talked about this in class as well. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You need to learn how to practice to actually practice. It's like if Mr. Williamson or Mr. Dean looked at you and said, go get strong, and didn't give you any of the exercises or athletic activities to become a better athlete. I need to give you activities that will help round out your musicianship. So every class, I will begin by teaching you some form of warm-up, and then we will dive into a part of the piece we are working on, which is Ayre and Dance by Bruce Pearson. Now, you will have seen, I will have assigned you to either Trumpet 1 or Trumpet 2. I will do both instructional videos during this. I don't believe there's a Trumpet 3 part. Oh, there might be. Nope, it is just Trumpet 1 and Trumpet 2. Yes, so I will do one video for both. I will talk about where the differences are, and you can skip between the sections if you are not playing that part. Now the first thing you need to do is put your instrument together. When you have done that, we can move on to the next step, which is tuning. You can get a tuning app on Android, on iOS, on whatever platform you are on for free. I have one built in right here to my app Fourscore. You do not need to get Fourscore. It's mostly for professional musicians and it costs money. But I will be able to tune my C. My tone was so beautiful that I froze my iPad. There we go, one more time. Right about perfect. I'm gonna scoot it out tiny smidge. There. Close that up. And then we are going to talk about long tones. Long tones are essential. Long tones are what help you build your tone and not overblow. Overblowing is the #1 problem on trumpet. If you are putting too much air into the instrument, you are too sharp and too loud. What you need to be able to do is start a note and end a note in the same place and have the whole note in between be straight. I don't want to hear this. Right? I want to hear 8 beats of that note. The pitch did not move, my lips did not change, my airflow was the same. Best way to start doing that is sitting properly. Now, I'm not sitting on an ideal chair, I know that, but my back is straight, my trumpet is perfectly parallel to the ground, and I am holding it straight out with my elbows out. Now I play, and you've seen this in class, with my trumpet slightly tilted to my right. It's more comfortable for me. It doesn't impede my playing. It allows me actually to play better with the tips of my finger. But if you play up and down, that is totally fine too. That's the traditional way. I'm a jazz guy. I will play this way. Now, we are going to play 8 beats of our first note, C. Keep it straight. 8 beat rest, 8 beats D, 8 beats rest, then E, then F, then G, then A, then B, then C. A full octave on your C scale, okay? So, 80 beats per minute is where I start because it's a good tempo to start at, and I will count off and you will join me. 1, 2, ready. Rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, get loud here. Top note, don't overblow. Keep it tone. And that's the end of your C scale. Now, I would like you to do it both up and down when you practice. It takes twice as much time, but you get twice as much practice. Metronome apps are also on any device, anywhere on an app store. You can also Google the word metronome. You know this already because we've been doing assignments on the Google Classroom and you're supposed to be using a metronome. So, back to our music. Now, the first thing you'll notice is we are not playing in the key of C anymore. That is a flat. That is a B flat. So when you have a B flat, your B natural is your middle finger, right? In high and low. All you're going to do is change that to your first finger. This is a B flat. When it's a low B flat, it's down here. When it's a high B flat, same fingering, just tighter lips. That's the only major change there. The other thing you'll notice is this piece is not all about you. The first 18 measures of the piece is silence from you. That does not mean speaking to your neighbor. It does not mean scrolling through your phone while you practice at home. It means sitting and counting and listening to the rest of the band. Now for today's purpose, we will start at 19. I will play 19 to 29, and then we will talk a little bit about how you're going to play that technique. This is the trumpet 1 part at this part. Ready? 1, 2, 19. That's the trumpet 1 part. Let me just double check that the trumpet 2 part is the exact, no, it's not the exact same. It's close, but we will talk about that in a second. Phrase markings wise, for both trumpet 1 and trumpet 2, your phrases are built the same. That little happy face line is a slur kind of, but not really, because it's just telling you that these phrases go together. You cannot breathe while this line is happening. You can breathe afterwards, but preferably you will only breathe when they give you a breath mark. If you can make it 4 measures without a breath, please do. We are working towards that. You will have to do that during the concert, but while we are learning the piece, it is okay to breathe in between phrase marks, but not during. You are using your tongue incredibly lightly to tongue this. It does not sound like it does also not sound like or you use no tongue at all. Your tongue is very lightly playing this. Right? So that is all your part up until 33. So this week you actually have an easier job than most instruments. Weeks following it won't be the same. But trumpet 2, now on to you. That rhymed. Trumpet 2, the notes are all the same length. So your part will line up rhythmically with trumpet 1, but your harmony is different. At 19 it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Pretty similar to trumpet 1, but your beginning part starts on a D, not an F. Right? That's the major difference, is just 19 to 23. At 23, you actually play about the same thing. But those are your 2 practice charts for this week. Other than that, if you would like to look ahead, please look ahead. Also, rehearse with the recording. We will do that right now. Ready? Here's the first part. You're going to sit for the first 10 measures, focus on listening to the music, and then when you get to measure 19, come in with your part. I will play trumpet 1 for this time. 2, 2, 3, 4. Measure 11. The piece then moves on to its second part, but we will get to that in following weeks. That's how I'd like you to practice this week. I will be online on Google Mail, G-chat me if you have any questions, email me if you have any questions during the school day. Be happy to get back to you, and I will see you during our Friday Zoom session. Bye.